Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of the Visions. So I want to thank everybody for watching all of those videos yesterday. Maybe I went a little overboard posting all three of them. But that being said, the reason I plan on doing that is because I really wanted to highlight the differences between the free-to-play perspective and the spender's perspective. Now many free-to-play perspective players perhaps don't really care too much about paid banners. They see it and they skip it. I do it when I'm playing on my free-to-play account. But I realize, perhaps as a viewer actually pointed out, sometimes if you see a really good deal, it could be actually quite tempting for a free-to-play player to perhaps start opening up their wallet. Now that wasn't really my intention, but that person did make a good point. I think given the fact that there's decent views on both videos, I am going to move forward and keep doing that. Personally, I don't like to segregate people or segregate players in general. But I think it makes total sense to talk about things that are more related to players. Now obviously news is going to be related to everyone, but paid packages don't apply to free-to-play players. There's a reason for it. They're not spending. Fortunately, I just finished shooting the video and then I realized when I was done with it, I didn't hit the record button. I know. Insert meme here, right here, right? Insert meme. So unfortunately, I did summon on this free-to-play account, and the vision card I got was an additional copy of Trousseau. Now I did actually thought about which stuff, as you can see, I got an additional copy, and I'm gonna just go ahead and awaken it right now. So on the free-to-play account, I wasn't really sure which vision card I wanted, because I have so many already. I have Ramuh, Shiva, Odin, Two-Headed Dragon. But ideally, my really focus would be if I hope for either Echoing Screams or Trousseau, because I really want to max these two out. And now the fact that we have Shiva, Ramuh, and Odin in the shop, you can actually keep buying their medals every day. So generally speaking, I wasn't really too hoping to get anything new. And if I was get something new, I would love to get Tetrasilphid. So I have two more chances at something new. And of course, I'm always going to be happy with getting any card that's going to make my cards that I'm working on max level. Now for my Spender's account, it's going to be the exact same thing. However, I would really love a Ramuh because I don't have a Ramuh on my Spender's account. Nor do I have Odin on that account either. I would also like Tetrasilphid on that account. And surprisingly, I don't have Echoing Screams either. So pretty much, it's all open games for me in terms of the Spender's account. But my suggestion for players is wait if you plan on spending the 2K gems for the selector ticket for vision cards and the 2K ticket for the vision cards, including the 100 shard vision card selector ticket. Reason being, you want to wait till those 3 days of free vision cards guaranteed are done, and that means you have at least one more day to still purchase those packages, because you never know what you're going to get from your free pulls. So without further ado, I'm going to go over some news cleanup for this video, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to be doing my Spender's summoning. So yesterday I was farming Elcrest in the water and the ice dungeons, and I noticed there was a significant increase in drops. For those of you that have not seen the video with Hiroki and Justin, they talked about during their Q&A session that they'll be increasing the drops for the training/job memories and the Elcrests. Now I've already seen the drops for Elcrest, and I will show you and report to y'all if there's an increase in terms of job memories on Saturday, because that's my general routine. I tend to farm quite hard on Saturdays. And I think I'm getting a lot of jobs done in terms of finishing off units. And for me, I have sort of like this ADD, HD, something, HD, CD kind of thing where I really want to make sure that I complete a unit. And that includes getting the jobs done. So OCD, actually, that's what I'm looking for, sorry. And so yeah, for me, that's definitely something I'll report back to y'all once I get more data collected. And another thing I really want to go over was the Trials of Reckoning. I actually quite enjoyed this event, believe it or not. And as Umbra Rays, one of the JP coverage players, along with Theory Craft Gaming player, both of those players are JP players and they're also global players. So they're very good at giving us information regarding how they feel about events that already came up during the Japanese release. And both of them had very negative things to say about this event. I'm not exactly sure if they made any changes per se to the global version, but to be honest, I'm not really too unhappy with this event actually. I like the idea that I can just farm quests on my leisure, farm the boss tickets, and then do the boss battles at any time I choose. And as with any event, in all my history that I've played gacha games, I learned that you don't actually have to do any events. Everything's optional. And after speaking to my guild leader, who is a heavy spender, and a few other guildies, and of course I scour Reddit and I scour some individuals' discords, I learned that a lot of spenders actually don't go too hard on certain events. In fact, some of them actually skip the Ifrit raid. The reason being is they feel like since they're spenders, many of their UR vision cards are maxed out, many of their espers are maxed out, and for them, that can put them over the top and not necessarily have to rely heavily on UR equipment. UR equipment are great, but the lower rarity equipment such as MR, SR at max +5 can be actually better than some of the lower numbered URs. For example, a +3 or a +4 might seem very attractive in terms of a UR equipment, but a +5 version of an MR or even a +5 version of an SR can actually be statistically better. So something to keep in mind as either free-to-play and or spender player out there. You don't need to go super hard on many of those raids. And perhaps when the raids return in the future and they start cycling, you can always finish those off much later. For this, I feel like this formula for this Trial of Reckoning perhaps should have been the formula used for raids. Farm quests at your leisure, get boss tickets, and then do the raid on your own leisure, right? Instead of the triggering every time we're doing our farming. Personally, I wasn't a fan of it, and after speaking to perhaps tons of players, something in the vicinity of 50+ players, they all said that they're not a fan of the triggering of the raiding either. But of course, those are all individual nitpicks. I feel like this event is pretty cool because what the event summons, you don't have to keep going, right? If you're satisfied with your current tier, that's good enough. And on top of it, the medals seem to be very easy to obtain. The one option you can actually do is just keep farming the quests. The boss battles give you nice items, of course, but you can actually completely skip the boss battles if you really wanted to. Now, if you do choose to skip the events of Trials of Reckoning, my recommendation is, with the 500 bonus energy you get every single day, farm the Sage Hat. Now, multiplayer is by far perhaps the cheapest, but not necessarily the most efficient way. For me, I've learned that simply just go ahead, pick your team, whatever it is, put on auto, repeat, and then walk away. The reason being is you can get really nice drops. Yes, you do get double drops with multi, but if you put this on auto farm and you have tons of energy to spare, you can just go do other things. Like tonight, I'm gonna be going watching some NBA basketball games, put this on auto farm, come back, hopefully I'm done with my 60 recipes and I'm good to go. And the thing with multi is you have to sit there and you have to keep clicking. If you enjoy that kind of thing, that's one option, even though it is free, right? Because you're using someone else's energy. But during this week, we're getting 500 a day for free. So again, to reiterate, if you're planning to skip Trials of Reckoning, spend that energy in something like this. And by the way, I farm on high difficulty because I try brutal. And even though I can farm it no problem, I realized the drop differences, I didn't see many drop differences. So I just recommend farming on high difficulty because you're just farming for the recipes and the materials anyways. And if there's no drop discrepancy, why not farm on the easy one? Because it's going to be faster. A quick update on my guild status. I've joined a new guild obviously because we merged our older guild, which are keeping the guild tag, and we're keeping the new guild's name. So there is our new guild name. On top of it, I also moved my Spender's account into this guild. Let me see if I can find him. There he is, Nashtaters. Now, obviously, I'm sporting the guild tag on my free-to-play account, but due to the fact that I'm limited, I cannot actually use the full name. So I'm just gonna keep the full name, and I don't think people are gonna really complain about it. For me, the reason being is we are actually in a different tiers in terms of challenge. Today, after today's battle, we're gonna be potentially moving up to Platinum 2. I've already noticed a significant increase in enemy defenses. I think in the future, I really want to highlight between the difference of my free-to-play account versus my Spender's account in terms of how well I do against enemy stronger defenses. And I think that's kind of good to see for me as a learning purpose. Is there really a huge discrepancy? Because I do have quote-unquote better vision cards surprisingly on my free-to-play account, but I do have better equipment on my pay-to-win account. So technically speaking, it should be reversed, but we'll see. And I think it's a good learning experience for me. And if I feel like it's good content, I'll go ahead and record it and show it to you guys as well. All right, to cap this video off, I'm going to do the summons. And today's going to be UR vision cards. Like I said, I'm hoping for Tetrasylphid, Odin, Ramu, Echoing Screams. Yeah, the list goes on and on. But I realize I need to work a little bit harder on my Spender's account's vision cards. Oh wow, can you imagine if these two also changed? Whew. That will make up for all those. I do tend to have bad luck on this account with vision cards though. Like I keep getting units. Not that I'm complaining about the fact that I keep getting units. I'm just saying. It's a statement that I just keep getting units instead of vision cards. Change. No. Oh, Ochu. Change. No. Okay, Secret Order than Ochu. Really good cards, by the way. Leona's Castle. Here we go, folks. What's it gonna be? Yes! Whew. Tetrasylphid. Welcome home, lady. She looks so cool. This design, like, I gotta give props where props is due. Whoever designed this unit slash Esper. I love saying unit, don't I? Don't you guys notice I say the word unit? I wonder if I can go back in time and keep track of how many times I've said the word unit in this game. I'm pretty happy. It's a good day. It's a good day. I got Trousseau on my free-to-play, which is getting closer, one step closer to finishing that card off. And then I got Tetrasylphid now. And, you know, we got 80 XL green magicides, right? So I have a chance to actually finish her off. Like, I would love to. But I have her, Dragon, Death Machine. I got these two, which a lot of people really still want the Golem there. And then, of course, I'm going to get her finished because I really want the extra 25% slash resistance. And if you see, that's pretty much all I have. I have no Ramu. I have no Odin. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to follow my own advice and wait till the event is done. And then I'm going to purchase the selector ticket for the vision card that I want. And then purchase the 100 ticket for the shards. So that way I can finish off one of these vision cards that I really should be doing, right? Ideally, I should have one UR vision card maxed out by now, but okay, that's all the time I have for this video. I want to thank y'all for the continuous support. I want to thank y'all for all your input you've been giving me, good and bad, of course, because I always take everything to note, right? I always want to improve myself, and there are certain things I know I cannot improve because that's who I am. You know, I'm not here to try to make sure I'm pleasing everyone. I'm here to give you my perspective on the game, and that's pretty much it. Things in terms of improving things that I could improve, I will definitely try to do that. Until next time, take care of yourself, all your loved ones. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Spend it wisely. Nashtaters and his family out. Peace out, guys.